How is the business currently structured between the two of you?
As far as,
Is it owned by both of you together?
no,
Okay.
it's registered as under an LLC. He's the owner.
It's under an LLC, completely under your name.
Now, I have a law degree. I could have become a lawyer, but I decided to become an influencer instead. Priorities. But I remember vividly studying bankruptcy law. This is bankruptcy law specifically for the UK. And I remember in our lectures, our lecturer was yapping along and I was reading through the case law. We had a huge thick book and I was reading through different chapters and I kept on seeing that at the heading of each chapter, it was like a surname versus another surname. So it was like Simpson versus Simpson or Charles versus Charles or Lucas versus Lucas. And I started to notice that there was a pattern, which was it was a husband and wife suing each other, or there was a husband and wife bankruptcy lawsuit. And what was continuously happening was that the wife would invest in the husband's business a large amount of money, usually from her full-time job. She would invest into the business, but the business wouldn't be owned by her. It would be owned by her husband. And then what would happen? The business would become bankrupt. We actually learned with our lecturer that one of the reasons that a lot of businesses owned by men go bankrupt is because men are not risk averse. They take a lot of risks when it comes to business, which sometimes can be a good thing, but a lot of the time it can actually be a bad thing. And with these bankruptcy cases, I'm talking bankruptcy cases dating the last 40 years, right? There's continuous cases of husband and wives going to court with each other. This, I assume, is amidst a divorce case as well. And what was happening is that the wife wanted to get her money back. The money that she invested into that company, the company that had now gone bankrupt, she wanted that money back. And it was so interesting to see that in each of these cases, it was the husband's business that went bankrupt, not the wife's. It wasn't the husband taking the wife to court because the wife's company had become bankrupt and he had invested. No. It was always that the wife had invested a large amount of money, thousands, usually minimum thousands. I saw like 10,000, minimum thousands that she had earned from her full-time job, her career. She'd invested it into the husband's business because she loved him and believed in his vision. And then the business had gone bankrupt. Always. It was always the husband's business. And so when I look at that clip, I'm seeing this pattern of women investing in husbands' or partners' businesses. Now, listen, Proverbs 31, women stand up. Love that for you, but I want you to be smart. Please make sure that your name is on the documentation. And I'm sure there's other lawyers on TikTok who have real in-depth advice about this. I would advise you to seek them out before you do anything like investing thousands and thousands of pounds into your boyfriend or husband's business without your name being on any legal documentation. Please, let's be guided.